RPM Tonight welcomes you to Buckhead in Atlanta, Georgia, where we have set up camp at the ESPN Zone on Peachtree Road. Hello, everyone. I'm John Kernan. If you're going to be in the Atlanta area this week, be sure to stop by and see us each day. We are here at the ESPN Zone at 3030 Peachtree Road. We begin taping RPM Tonight around 4:30 Eastern. Wednesday and Friday nights, we air at 6:30 on ESPN2, while Thursday night we're on 30 minutes earlier at 6 o'clock. And don't forget, RPM Tonight's Sunday edition continues even after the racing season comes to a close. NASCAR officials announced Tuesday that they had fined Winston Cup driver Scott Pruitt $10,000 for intentionally running into the car driven by Robert Presley during the cool-down lap the week before at Phoenix. And crew chief David Ift of the Morgan McClure team's number 4 car was also fined $10 grand. NASCAR cited Ift for improperly attached weight at Phoenix. Bobby Labonte's team began celebrating winning the title Sunday after Bobby's 4th-place finish at Homestead. Now, more than 48 hours later, the championship is starting to sink in, and the team knows it can concentrate on this weekend's race here in Atlanta.
Every day it seems like it's getting more real. The more interviews you do, the more people you talk to about it, it is starting to sink in a little bit. I don't think it'll really totally seem real till we get to New York and go through all of the gala up there on Friday night. I think that's when it'll finally really sink in.
I think it's such a long process. And you're so kind of wore out and exhausted mentally because it's week after week, 32 weeks. You know, they're racing, and when you finally get it, I think you're kind of wore out. I'll tell you this, I am sure glad that we wrapped it up a week in advance. I think if I had to go to Atlanta thinking, yeah, we got I don't know how those other guys did that, go there and have to run 20th or something, knowing all the things that can happen to you. I think that would have drove me nuts.
Bobby Labonte joins us now from Charlotte. Bobby, you've had a few days for it to sink in. What's it like to be the NASCAR Winston Cup champion?
Well, it's pretty exciting right now, and you know, we still haven't got too far into the week, so it seems like every day seems to be more exciting yet. So looking forward to the several days and weeks ahead right now.
Now, many people have pointed to your win in the Southern 500 at Darlington this year as one of the keys to your championship drive. After that, did you kind of feel that you were destined to win the title?
Well, I don't know that I was destined to win it, but you know, that weekend sure was a roller coaster ride for us, from wiping out a car in practice to qualifying in the back to take a provisional, and then end up winning the race by you know, virtue of the rain, and you know, we had great pit stops and never let a lap under green, and you know, just by ironic ways that you know, it was kind of a eventful weekend for us, and the way we won it was I knew it probably had to blow a lot of people away, because they were probably thinking towards Sunday morning that, you know, they had a chance to you know, gain some points on us. But you know, when the day ended, I think you know, just at the end of the day, we were like going, wow, I can't believe this happened. And you know, I guess that's what they were saying too, and that probably, you know, probably didn't make them feel much better about their chances of catching us. But it was a good race for us, and it was a great time that we had that was maybe turned the corner for us a little bit. You can say that now. At the time, we didn't feel it, but you know, now you can look back and say that might have been the time that helped us.
Well, I was in your pits, and I still can't believe it happened. Are there any other moments or races this year that you can point to as important as far as the championship goes? Well,
you know, I guess, you know, you can look at Indianapolis and Charlotte being two great races that we had that were, you know, kind of, you know, pivotal. But, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I look at Rockingham and Atlanta at the first of the year. I edged Dale Earnhardt out at Rockingham, and he edged me out at Atlanta, and it was two great races, and, you know, it was kind of typical of how it was going to be all year right then. And, you know, we... to lose such a great race at Atlanta, but to be so excited to be about part of it. I mean, even though we lost, it was like, man, that was a great race. And, you know, with Earnhardt being right there, and him being in the points hunt all season long was, you know, I mean, the man has, you know, won 7 championships, so it's like, you know, he was going to be hard to beat, you know, week in and week out. And, you know, just that's, you know, he's the intimidator for a reason. So it was just great to be able to battle him and Jeff Burton and Dale Jarrett and those guys, and to be able to come out on top was just, you know, just very satisfying and a lot of fun.
What have the last few weeks been like for you emotionally as you look forward to winning the championship?
Well, I can't say it was really a whole lot different. You know, it seemed like we were going, you know, just race to race, week to week, not really worrying about a whole lot of stuff, just trying to keep our points lead and trying to stay as consistent as possible. But yesterday when I got home Monday after Sunday's race, it seemed like I had nothing to do because it seemed like a lot of weight was lifted off my shoulders. So I can honestly say that I think I was worrying about it more than I thought I was, or led on to believe, because it was, you know, yesterday was pretty much like, well, now, or not now what, but now I don't have nothing to worry about today. So it was definitely, you know, the past few weeks have been a lot of fun. I mean, we've been having some good races. We had a little tough luck in a couple of them, but still, overall, I mean, we were able to be there at the end of the day, and they weren't, Dale and Jeff weren't able to catch up on us a lot, but you know, it's very stressful, but you always put the stress on yourself, I think.
Well, you've got the stress behind you now. You can concentrate on racing this weekend here in Atlanta. And Bobby, thank you for spending time with us. See you this weekend down here in Atlanta.
Okay, man. Thanks. See you later.
Later on RPM tonight, we'll look back at a record-setting year in drag racing for the NHRA. And kart's most competitive season is also worth another look.
RPM Tonight from the ESPN Zone in Atlanta is brought to you by Pep Boys. Cars like us. People love us.
The 2000 season will go down in the books as one of the most memorable in Car FedEx Championship Series history. The legendary Penske team returned to championship form. Several drivers picked up their first career wins, including longtime journeyman driver turned superstar Roberto Moreno. All in all, it was an unforgettable year on the racetrack.
You have a dream when you were a kid, and you want to try to, you know, accomplish your dreams and follow your heart.
I go out, I drive, I have fun, I try to beat everyone. You know, that's what everyone wants to do as well, you know. You want to be better than the rest.
Montoya. Now Andretti, and they almost touched. They may have touched. The slower car is going to be a factor as Montoya brings him to the line. And Montoya takes the Michigan 500. What a finish. And Max Pappas has done it. And Roger Penske with Gil DeFerrin at the wheel takes win number 100.
It's tight in here. You have no idea how happy I am.
He's probably crying already in that car. He's an extraordinarily emotional man.
I did it! I did it!
Paul Tracy has taken the win. Amazing. What an amazing weekend. Awesome job, man. Awesome job. Great pit stops, everything. Awesome.
I really intend on kicking Chip's ass next year.
Blundell is going to go off course and hopefully get a turn before. Nope.
What are you doing out there?
Oh! Christian Fittipaldi gets in trouble. Takes a long ride on the grass. The car stays to the ground. And he doesn't touch a thing. Oh! And Tagliani tags Tracy.
Oh, no!
Here comes Kanaan down to come head on into the side.
Enough of that guy.
So whether you're an American or a Martian, you know, it's difficult to get a ride and keep it.
Oh! Kenny Brack and Christian Fittipaldi get together. Here they come. Oh! And Serbia takes Tracy out. Oh! Yeah, baby! And Montoya gets in trouble. Montoya gets in trouble. And does he damage the fair? And it looks like he does.
If you look at, we have something common. You know, that this monkey has a big nose like I do.
Now, this is not embarrassing.
Look at this.
else. First of all, when you jump, you can't go and climb. You have to jump and like a cat or like a Spider-Man, you know, like this.
And there is your new champion.
I don't know. This is a very, very special day for me. I've been dreaming of this moment for a long, long time.
Here's a look at the leaders this year in the Card FedEx Championship Series. Kenny Breck wrapped up Rookie of the Year honors, while Juan Montoya, Paul Tracy, and Gilles' teammate Elio Castroneves led the way in victories with 3 each. Montoya also topped the series in most poles with 7, and laps led with 820. As usual, it was another record-setting year for John Force as we look back at the 2000 NHRA season. The NASCAR Winston Cup Series hits the Atlanta Motor Speedway on Friday afternoon for first-round qualifying. Catch all the action of the roll for the pole and the top 25 starting spots by watching our live coverage starting at 3 Eastern right here on ESPN2. If form holds true, the Winston Cup drivers may approach the track record at Atlanta this weekend. In fact, it's been a record-setting year in other forms of racing as well, including the NHRA. Gary Scelzi won 9 times, a new top fuel record. John Force won his record 10th funny car title. And you could say it was a record-setting year for spectacular crashes and close finishes.
John Force has won it. Number 86. He establishes a new all-time win record.
Gary Scelzi, the only driver in the history of Winston drag racing to win 7 in 2.
Unbelievable. I think we'll need an ambulance for my crew because they're probably passed out.
What a day indeed. This is something we've dreamed about for years. This is an absolutely fantastic day for us.
I can drive, but it takes all these people to make it a success, not just me.
It's been a long time since I've been in Worm Circle, but drag racing's humbled me. I won.
I don't know what will.
When I left Brainerd, I wasn't positive that I'd ever race again. But chemotherapy's going well. You know, things are coming right along, and this is the best therapy I could ever have.
Gary, you need to work on that jump. Well, Gary's title run marked the 3rd time in the last 4 seasons that he wound up on top. Force is now the all-time wins leader in NHRA history. Jack Coughlin Jr. came 1 win shy of tying Daryl Alderman's pro stock record of 11 wins in a season. Angel Seeling won her first championship, while Bob Pinella Jr. won his 2nd straight pro stock truck title. House Call is next. Peter Jellin reflects on this year's championship in the one he won with Alan Kowicki.
The 120 employees at Joe Gibbs Racing, only 3 have ever experienced a NASCAR Winston Cup championship. Included among that group are Joe Gibbs Racing's current truck driver, gas man, and shop mechanic, as well as all-around nice guy, Peter Jellin. And Peter, it's been 2 days since you guys won the title. Has it sunk in yet?
Yeah, it sunk in the minute it happened. The first one took a little longer, but this one here was pretty quick, pretty special, so I think I was used to it.
What's the feeling right here? I mean, everyone's sort of walking around with a little bit of a spring in their step. I mean, can you believe what this team has accomplished this year?
Yes and no. Just saw the makings of it happen, so it was destined to happen. Happen this quick? No. Just could see it happening down the road, though.
You mentioned the first championship. We're talking about 1992 with Alan Kulwicki. I'm sure mixed emotions and mixed memories about what happened back then.
Yeah, Alan was been on my mind pretty heavy in the last couple of years. Due that last year we finished second, this year we won it. When Bobby crossed the line, Alan finished second, Bobby finished fourth. So a lot of it was kind of still there. So Alan was kind of shining on us that day, I thought, in my mind. And now I can finally do something I haven't been able to do before, defend the title for Alan, and with the help of Bobby, I hope I can defend it with Bobby and for Alan.
You know, Alan only got to celebrate for about a month and a half, and when we lost him, and you had probably the most difficult chore of anyone at Bristol that day because you had to leave the racetrack.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. That was Alan's track. We had a lot of success there. Hopefully we'll defend the race title there. Never had to go home from a race, and to go home that way was pretty tough. I heard it on the CB radio. Still didn't believe it until Paul called me the next morning, confirmed it. Got there, still didn't believe it. And then when I saw the people there and the cars running, and then it started to really hit pretty hard.
But you had to climb in that rig, and you made that one salute lap to Alan, and everyone stood and quiet with tears on our face. And when you drove that rig around the racetrack and out, I mean, how did you manage to drive that thing home?
Well, luckily Danny Glad was with me. He's the one that helped me out a bunch, just trying to keep talking to me and kind of keep me focused. Once I left the track, I was pretty okay, but making a lap, I wasn't going to do it. But I thought if I didn't do it, Alan would have been upset at me if I didn't do it. I'm glad I did it now for him. The hardest part was making that left-hander out of or that right-hander out of the racetrack, and probably knowing we're never going to come back to a racetrack, because once we left there, we didn't know our future, didn't know what was going to happen. Really thought it was over with, but Jerry really helped us out in the end.
In 1992, Alan Kulwicki had 13 total employees and 6 race cars. This year, Joe Gibbs has 120 employees and 30 race cars. But in your mind, there are a lot of similarities.
Oh, yeah. We work just as hard. The dedication's still there. You still got to have the cars to work on. You still got to have the people to get the cars built and get the track and work them on the track. Joe and Jimmy and Zippy have really worked hard to get to this level, just like Alan did. He worked hard, and the few people he had, he worked them right. And all the people Joe's got now, he's working them right. So the hard work's there, the dedication's there, just like it was with Alan.
While Jellin's current team wrapped up the Winston Cup Championship with 1 race to go, Jeff Green's crew put the finishing touches on the NASCAR Busch Series title a couple of weeks before season's end. Still, the 2000 season for NASCAR's second most popular touring series provided a number of thrilling moments.
Still attached to that car. Still attached to the rear of the car. Extra stop for Mark Martin.
He runs second right now. Talking about Mark Martin in the Winn-Dixie Ford.
Oh, and Sprang goes around right in front of Mark, and here comes the 9 car for the lead. Jeff Burton takes the lead.
There's the hand out the window for Jeff Burton, 32 years of age, and his teammate behind him there, Mark Martin, will pull up alongside and congratulate him.
I'm not so sure he's going to pull up the side of it and congratulate him.
We come off at turn 2 after the green flag fell there, and you could see it was out of hand. It was like 3 and 4 deep. Nothing the Lance Snacks car couldn't do. Just going to have to go eat some crackers now because our day's over.
I got me a guitar. Yeah!
And points leader Jeff Green takes his first win.
It was, of course, an amazing year for Jeff Green and company. In 32 races, he won a total of 6 times, but probably the stat he's most proud of is in the top 5 column. 25 times in 32 races. Green finished in the top 5, and that breaks Sam Ard's record of 24 set back in 1984. Jeff also won more than $1 million through the course of the year. One other note on Jeff, he and his brother David are the only brothers to have ever won Busch Series titles. That's Tuesday's Pep Boys Fast Fact. We'll be right back.
RPM Tonight from the ESPN Zone in Atlanta is brought to you by WorldCom, Generation D.
Wednesday RPM Tonight comes your way at 6:30 Eastern. Winston Cup star Michael Waltrip will be here to make another big announcement concerning this weekend's race, his brother's final one in Winston Cup. We'll also visit with ARCA champ Frank Kimmel. Plus, we'll take a look at some of the greatest finishes seen on ESPN and Buddy Lazier's drive to the Indy Racing Northern Lights Series Championship. Kmart officials have confirmed that the company would like to get out of its sponsorship agreements next year in both NASCAR and CART. The company just announced a $67 million third-quarter loss. Kmart has spent the last 3 years as the primary sponsor of Haas Carter Motorsports and has 2 years remaining on that deal in Winston Cup. 1 more year remains on the contract to sponsor the Newman Haas Champ Car team. Kmart is trying to sell those contracts, but if it can't find buyers, the company will have to buy out both contracts. We'll see you back here at the ESPN Zone in Atlanta Wednesday night at 6:30 Eastern. And don't forget, if you are in the area, come on over to 3030 Peachtree Road and visit with us. We start putting the show together around 4:30 Eastern in the afternoon. See you once again Wednesday night at 6:30. Good night, everybody.
RPM Tonight is a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com.